So our operation is happening, commencing. Water is flowing slowly from the sea through some of these tunnels, and we are believing, pray for the success, that it really does push the terrorists out and have them remove the hostages from within the tunnels, and that it will be a great success. A lot of effort has gone into it, and I know that personally. And look what's going on with these Houthis, these Yemeni Houthis. Suddenly they're saying if Saudi Arabia does peace, essentially does what we all believe is going to happen with the United Arab Emirates, does a coalition with Israel, with the United States against Yemen, and they're attacking, pirating ships and stuff. They're going to target Saudi oil, gas fields, tankers, and that's going to affect Europe and America, Canada, and everywhere. That is wild. That is a huge war. They're trying to start expand the war by force, and so you can see we're making progress in southern Gaza. The north is a lot of our forces are moving south. That's our main push right now. We've destroyed or sealed about 500 out of the 8 or 9 or maybe 1,000 tunnels, Hamas tunnels. That's what I do.
We are here in Beit Lahia in Gaza. We see here a fighting tunnel of Hamas, 15 meters deep, right outside a school, not more than 15 meters outside of the school.
Khan Yunis is the largest city in southern Gaza, and right now it's being surrounded strategically by our forces. You know, it's very intense fighting, intense battles. And so just pray for the troops right now. It's a big part of phase 3 of this war, and it's pretty crazy. And so there's lots of missiles going. As you know, missiles are still hitting Israel. But definitely notice this, that there's this claim that the Air Force has been dropping leaflets quoting a verse in Quran from Surah 29 verse 14 that says, "The flood carried away the evildoers." Now, I'm not in the Air Force. I can't validate that. I didn't see any leaflets yet, but it could be. It's pretty cool if it is, because that is what's going on. It's time to cleanse and to remove the evildoers. And so it's also the first night of Hanukkah now, and for some Hanukkah candle lighting, we'll have to wait, and we'll do what we can, and just thanks for standing with these troops in this time, and who are bringing light in the darkness, who are advancing light against darkness. I just love this quote by Martin Luther. Now, as we light the first candle of Hanukkah, okay? This quote, he says, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving." Martin Luther was a great friend of Israel, and just as we see this tough going, this hard part of the war, we're going to keep persevering. We're not going to give up, and it's going to be biblical. Amos chapter 1 verse 67. "The 3 sins of Gaza, even for the 4, I will not relent." We're on the 3rd part of this war, 3rd chapter of this war. "She took captive communities and sold them to Edom. I will send fire on the walls of Gaza that will consume her fortresses." So that is what the Bible says. But I'm telling you what, this war is truth versus lies, light versus darkness, good versus evil. Thank you for standing for the good and for the freedoms of the Western world that are based on the Hebrew Bible.
That Israel must exist and has a right to exist, and is one of the great outposts of democracy in the world.